There are plenty of things we need to cover over here. Some people say Qur'an is one, Rasul is one. Then why different maslas? Where do these different maslas come from? We say that Beshak Qur'an is one. A hadith is of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But are there no, leave the Qur'an aside, are there no differences in the hadith? Many hadiths different, and in one hadith something, another hadith something we mentioned earlier. So over a 23-year period, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sometimes gave different instructions. So you can't say that there is only one instruction. That first of all, that is wrong. Moving on the Sahabas, there was no differences among the Sahaba. Plenty of differences among Sahaba. They used to have different opinion because understanding the deen is something which every person understands and takes masail from there. Let me give you some examples. Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu anhu, he was of the view that if a person touches his private part, his wuzu breaks. But other ulama like Ali, Hazrat Abbas, Abdullah ibn Abbas and others, Hazrat Ali, Abdullah ibn Abbas and others, they said no, Sa'd ibn Waqqas, that if you touch your penis, your wuzu will not break. So there is that difference of opinion among them. And the majority of the ulama and the Sahaba are of the second view that your wuzu does not break. Because there is ijtihad. Some people say you can't leave Sahih Hadith. You have to follow Sahih Hadith. We say that no, sometimes you have to leave Sahih Hadith. Sahaba used to leave Sahih Hadith. Over here in this masla, Masu Zakar, Sahaba were told by Busra bint Abi Safwan. She narrated from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he said, "Man massa zakarahu falyatawadda." Who touches his private part, then he should perform wudu. So the Sahaba said no. We have other hadith from Talq ibn Ali radiyallahu anhu. He said that your wuzu does not break. Hal huwa illa bad'atun minka. It is only a part of your body, like your finger, like your nose. If you touch your nose, your wuzu doesn't break. So if you touch your private part, your wuzu doesn't break. So he said that we heard this. We it was a common masla. So we don't take your hadith. We take this other hadith. So Sahaba sometimes they knew which hadith to take. They knew the halal. So that is why they had the difference of opinion. Many masail. Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu said, performing wudu with sea water is makruh. But the other Sahaba said, no, if you are in the sea, you need to perform wudu with the sea water, the salty water. It's allowed. If you are on a beach, you want to do wudu with that and pray your namaz on the beach. There is no harm in there. But Abdullah ibn Umar used to say it's makruh to do wudu with the sea water. Similarly, using perfume, itr, on the day of Friday. Abu Huraira said it's wajib. But Abdullah ibn Abbas and most of the Sahaba said it's sunnah. Similarly, if something has been cooked on fire and you eat that, then some Sahabas were of the opinion that your wuzu breaks and you have to do your wuzu again, like Abu Huraira, Anas, Abdullah ibn Umar, Aisha. But other Sahabas, most of them, they said no, your wuzu doesn't break by eating something. Jabir ibn Abdullah narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ate some cooked food and then it was time for salat, he got up and he led the salat without doing wuzu. So your wuzu doesn't break because of that hadith. So Sahabas had the differences of opinion. This is research. Difference of opinion is in all fields. So you can't take the argument and say that Qur'an is one, Rasul is one, so why different masail? No. So there is difference of research, opinion, so there is no harm in there. We say that what is your mazhab? You are non-muqallid. Tell me, is there any ikhtilaf in your non-muqallid imams or not? Plenty of ikhtilaf. Plenty of ikhtilaf, more than the muqallidins. You go, Nawab Siddiq Hasan will say something else, Wahidul Zaman will say something else. Shaykh Abdul Aziz bin Baz will say something else, Nasiruddin Albani will say something else. There is plenty of ikhtilaf of opinion among them as well. They are not muttafiq on one masla all the time. Allama Shawkani will say something else, others will say. I don't want to go into detail on that. So you can't put this argument and say that mazhab should be one, just one Quran, one hadith and one opinion. You can't have difference of opinion.